What's going on, Speed Squad? Welcome back to the channel. Hey, thanks so much for stopping by again today. As you can see, we are back on Dirt 5 in the Playgrounds Early Access version. I just can't stop playing this. I'm really sorry. I know you guys probably want to see other things, but this is new and fresh right now, and this Playgrounds Create mode is extremely fun, and it's quite addictive. You start building something, and then then 2 or 3 days later, you finally get it finished. Then you want to, of course, drive it and get a video uploaded from it. So that's where I'm at right now. We'll get to other stuff here very, very soon. I can promise you that. But today I wanted to show you something all new. I actually attempted to build a replica sort of rally stage in the Playgrounds Create mode on Dirt 5. You're probably wondering how I did that using blocks and ramps and all this other stuff without actual trees and bridges and things like that you would find on an actual rally stage. Well, it's really difficult, and we're going to look at this to show you kind of how I did it and see what you guys think about it. See if you think it actually has a rally stage vibe, and if so, what you like most about it. And if you don't think so at all, that's fine too. I tried to do something a little bit different, as I always try to do. I hope you guys like it. It's going to be pretty fun. But before we get started here, taking a look at the route, please, if you would, just leave the video a like, leave me a positive comment. And of course, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for more weekly content. And I'm hoping that I'm going to have early access to the full game of Dirt 5 when it does come out. So we'll definitely have a bunch of that content coming your way. All right, so let's get in here. What we're going to do is I'm still in create mode. I've not even released this or published it yet. So what I want to do is go through create mode, sort of take a spin around the map, show you what it looks like, where I place stuff, how I place stuff, and then we'll do an actual run on it to publish the route. So yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, so what I did is I basically just started this route in the far corner of the huge Mesa Arena, the large Mesa Arena, Mesa, Arizona. It immediately comes out of the start line into a tiny little, what I would call a village. I had to sort of improvise a little bit with how I lined the routes, or the roads, I should say. So I've got some of these tire barriers, plus you see those dirt mounds, which I was hoping sort of replicated hills. They don't really replicate hills from the backside, as you can see, but when you're sort of in between them, and they're on either side of you, it does kind of feel like you're in a little valley or ravine or something like that. It's a good mix of tarmac, is what I'm calling, which are these, road platforms. Here, let's see. Yeah, they're just called platform blocks. And again, you've got the dirt blocks. So I've got probably about a 50-50 or 60-40 mix of the asphalt and dirt blocks. But yeah, as you can see, again, we're just going through this tiny little town area that I built. I tried to get creative here and build a couple buildings. You've got little cars on the side of the road, which they're from the stunt show. Yeah, they're from the stunt show section of the props and things like that. So we've got a couple smashed cars. But when you're driving by them really quickly, you don't realize that they're smashed. So, again, they're just used as props. Building here with a garage. Big early hairpin wrapping around, leaving, I guess you could say, the little town. But yeah, you can see right here, I sort of tried to build hills on either side of the road. Again, I only have certain amount of space to actually do this, and memory as well. If you see, I've already filled this. I've filled the memory all the way up. I had to actually go back and delete a bunch of stuff, like for example, some blocks that were underneath the platforms that you actually drive on, just to free up a little space. So there's a lot going on here. Moving up the little ramp there, back onto the dirt now, into another area where there's another little house and a car parked in the garage. No protection though, I didn't put a barrier in, but it's too late now, I'm out of space. But that's okay though. If you smash it, it's already smashed. Now, something else that I did here is I tried to make it look like a little river. So I have a river that runs throughout the entire map. We go over it, as you can see in some spots back there. And it sort of winds around through my map, which you can see is sort of back in that little, in the distance right there. But yeah, first thing, drop down. I'm not sure what's going on here. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, dropping down into the water splash. Again, keeps diving down. We've got this little section down here, which is another small area with houses. Another fun little hairpin. from the dirt to the asphalt or tarmac, so that makes it a little bit tricky. These cars are really slick on this tarmac stuff, so yeah, it's really difficult to get your bearings right once you get off the dirt onto the tarmac. Another little house with an interesting little roof. You know, again, I tried to just make this different. I just wanted to do something fun and different, and I always try to do something innovative. But yeah, going around this corner next to the little house, drops down through the gate. So again, just like an actual rally stage, that would be a call. So yeah, you've got what this would probably be a right 4 into a dip through a gate. I'm not exactly sure how they would call that, but that's the gist of it. But yeah, wrapping here to our first checkpoint. So this is a checkpoint race. So I do have, I think, 4 or 5 checkpoints throughout the route. Next to another little house. Now what we're doing is we're going to go up. So we're going to start seeing some major elevation change, like this is a sort of a mountain on the map. So we go up here, again from dirt to tarmac. The main reason I chose these tarmac sections on the hills and mountains and things like that is because these transitions are a lot better than the dirt transitions. They're much less bouncy. I tried to make this as tight as possible with, you know, throw some dirt mounds in the corners and things like that, just to sort of give it that vibe of still being on a mountain, not in a game. I didn't want to put in barriers too much, so you won't see a whole lot of these ramp barriers or barricades, because that's just not what you're going to see on, you know, on a real rally stage in real life. But yeah, nice hairpin there off of the tiny little jump transition to the flat. Hairpin up again, going up, more elevation. Super difficult section right here. This isn't so tight, but the next little bit is tight. That is super tight to get your car through, so I have to be careful there. And another long hairpin to the downhill into our second checkpoint. This is actually the most difficult part of the entire route. Going downhill, you're at full speed and you're dropping down, and then you have to squeeze your car through this tiny little section. Now you can do one of two things. You can hit the brakes, you know, slide around, sort of Scandi flick it around, or you can line it up from about here, from the time you get to this corner, because this is basically what you see when you're driving. So you have to try to line it up to squeeze right through there without clipping this corner, because if you clip that corner, you're probably getting spun out to the opposite wall. So again, elevation, dropping, back onto the dirt. Again, I tried to make this look as much like a mountain or a big hill as possible. Again, there's only so much I can do. Nice little flick to the right into a tight 90-degree corner. Not a big jump, but a nice little tabletop jump here. I do have it set to where if you're full speed, you should transition properly to the downhill into our third checkpoint, sorry. Immediately after that checkpoint, we round another hairpin, not as tight as some of the others, but I've got a little house there with a dump truck parked inside. Again, just something a little bit different, some little details. Up onto a little platform. You can drive over these. I wouldn't recommend it though, because you're either going to get stuck down here, or you're going to have to go back to the original route and then cycle back through to the race route. So yeah, platform, jumping up to another level here. This is actually a really fun section here as well. You jump up, not jump, I don't want to say jump, but you transition up a little bit and then you come immediately back down. So you drop down 2 levels into the water, and then you have a pretty decent sized jump here, because you should be at pretty decent speed. You should be able to hit this down transition. We're going to find out whenever I test it or drive it. And then again, we drop down, into a super tight hairpin into this tiny little section here. We'll call it a valley. And then we're going back through checkpoint 4 now. Back onto some tarmac, uphill. Then we're going over the bridge here, which does take you over the river that I tried to replicate as a real river. It's not, of course. And down under the bridge, this road actually goes towards the finish. You'll see in a moment. Then we're going back uphill, so we're going to maintain a bunch of elevation increase here. So we go up in elevation, back up onto some dirt from tarmac. Nice little chicane right here. It's pretty easy to smash into this wall, so you have to be careful. And then an immediate chicane right. Plus you're diving into another corner, so you have to be on your brakes, get the slide going a little bit early, turn in right there, and then you're up again in elevation. Gotta have the Monster Energy can as the advertising. Everyone loves some Monster. This little section's fun. You've got the 90-degree into another chicane left, so you have to be careful there. Again, maintaining more elevation up, And then we're touching our 5th checkpoint, which then you start diving back down. So you start losing some elevation here. So this is fun. You drop down, but you have to be hard on the brakes because this drops into an immediate 90-degree corner, which then drops you into some more loss of elevation. And then you're going to be touching some dirt now. Now this dirt is actually pretty neat. This looks like a little tunnel, but you have a big bump right here, which drops you down into this transition. It may actually take you to the flat, so it may be a little bouncy. Some dirt ramps up, little tiny platform jump there, and then we exit the little tunnel, and back onto some tarmac. We go around another little hairpin, touch checkpoint 6, back onto some dirt, and then we're up above where we just were in the tunnel. So this gets really, really interesting. It's tight, twisty, it's fast, and then you've got major elevation drop here. Still on tarmac, but however we are going to dirt now, and then we're going to have to be hard on the brakes on the dirt, back onto the tarmac over by the river. Yeah, really fun. Back uphill, you have to be careful here to squeeze through. It's a little bend to the right. Back downhill again once you get over the river, or over the other road I should say. So again, a big elevation drop back down to the flat, and then we are finally to the finish line. Again, it's extremely fun. There's a lot of little crazy details in here. I just love doing this. I cannot wait for you guys to be able to do this yourself so I can play some of your routes. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this thing published. So what we'll have to do is, well, I'm going to save it just to make sure. Now I have to run this, of course. Whenever you go to publish your routes, you have to make sure the checkpoints, or the start, the checkpoints, and the finish line check out. So let's go ahead and go through here. All right, so we're in the Skoda. I chose the Skoda again because it's a fairly easy car to drive. It's quick, it's nimble, it's small, so it works well for this type of route. Let's go into, so yep, let's get it going. We're in first person. Let's see how this goes. Nice, around that little tight hairpin. Swung it a little too hard, but it's all right. Dropping down again through the river. Have to be careful up that little bump because you have to hit the brakes immediately. All right, down through the gate. Oh, barely made it through. Checkpoint 1 here. Big jump up to the platform, easy on the brakes. This is super tight up here, so I'm going to stay basically in first gear until I get here. Hard on the brakes, another hairpin. On the power immediately, don't hit those bumps on the outside. Swing it through here, that's really difficult. Oh no, tap the wall, tap the wall. Alright, so here's that difficult part I was talking to you about. You can already see the little gap you have to make it through. Oh, so I barely made that. Alright, power down, back onto the dirt. Brake in. Oh, didn't hit the brakes enough. Nice to the transition, another hairpin. Oh man. Okay, alright, nice and easy down through the river. Big jump up. Oh, I need to bring that transition a little bit closer. Alright, that's easy to do. Alright, up here onto the tarmac section, we're going to start climbing up an elevation over the river. Hard on the brakes because we got a 90 right, or 90 left, sorry. Chicane left, chicane right to a 90. Up again, hard left into a left chicane again. Back uphill all the way at the max level here, the max elevation of the route. Oh, forgot about that. Hard on the brakes. Oh, that was nice. Oh god, that's rough. Oh, that's rough. Oh yes. I am alive. I keep tapping the walls under braking. This is so much fun though. It's really difficult as well because you have to get on the brakes at the right times. Oh, back downhill. Hard on the brakes, second gear up, and then we've got to make sure we squeeze through there, back downhill. Let's go. Boom. Validation successful. That was really, really fun. I think I'm going to leave that big gap that I said the transition wasn't right for. I don't think it's too bad at all. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get this validated and get it published and share this with the world here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This may be one of the last Dirt 5 videos until I get access to the actual game. But yeah, we'll see. If I come up with anything different, I may have another video in the next couple days. But if not, we'll be back to some other stuff until, again, we have full access to the game. Yeah, again, please leave me a like, a positive comment, and be sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Again, a massive thank you to everyone at Dirt 5 and Codemasters for trusting me and giving me this opportunity to share the Playgrounds event creator with you guys early. I'm very, very honored to have been asked to do this, and I am absolutely loving it. Again, I cannot wait for you guys to have access to do this as well, because I want to play your guys' routes. I think they're going to be so much fun. But yeah, that's really it for me. I appreciate you guys being here. I really, really do. It means a lot. Again, hit that like button for me. It does help a lot when it comes to YouTube sharing my videos for the world, or getting my videos in front of people who've never seen my channel before. But yeah, that's it for me. Until next time, I am Connor Speed 6. Much love, everyone. See you soon. Bye.